me. Now that I'm successful, you pulling shit. Nigga, I step on your porch, step to your boss. Let's end the speculation, I'm talking to all of y'all. Male shouldn't be jealous, that's a female trait.
Me too, I do too.
1 2 1 2. Can you hear me?
Hey, you guys.
Can you hear me? Turn my mic up a little bit.
Said turn his mic up a little bit.
Turn my,
I swear you want to be a rapper so bad.
I do. I wanted to be a rapper till they start shooting them, and I was
Oh Lord, jeez.
I sing country. Give me some background music, some of that currency shit. You don't mind?
Shooting at country concerts.
I hate. Right, they shooting at right. You can't
I
even
do
go
too,
to a good
Brain.
country concert and be safe. What the hell is going on? Welcome to Heart of the City. I am the infamous Nobody. Beside me, I got my special guest co-host tonight, Mr. King David.
I am somebody.
Introduce yourself for me.
It's King David from the King David Radio Show, man. We just I'm encouraged, man, to be up here sharing the spotlight with some of the hottest hosts in the city.
Oh, thank you.
Whatever,
Thank you.
Whatever, motherfucker.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I got the lovely Miss Sam beside me.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
We love her.
Love
I'm just trying to visit whenever
My
I can.
Yes.
I love her.
Favorite people.
I love her. Yes.
Yes. I love
And
Sam.
all the way to my left is my right hand, Miss Trashy Vashi. She is so
Hello,
trashy.
everybody. Yeah, so
The
trashy.
infamous.
I'm out
The
this.
infamous.
The beautiful.
But she is she can be
Fabulous.
classy too, though.
Thank you so much.
Hood rat
Really
with class.
turn
I
off.
love
Yes,
her.
I'm a
I
hood
love
rat.
her. Yes.
Hood rat
I
with
got the
class.
super producer, my man, Mr. Marco, right here. And my
Ready,
favorite
Mr.
white
Marco.
guy of all times, Mr. Jacob, the super engineer.
Jacob.
How y'all feel?
Is Jacob all white?
Huh?
Is he
Yeah,
all white? I
he's
thought he was.
Is Jacob all white?
I thought he had a little bit. You know.
Yeah,
he got some-
you
right.
worried about
Yeah,
Tribal
he's
Jewish.
Yeah, tribal. Hey, look, wild week this week. We're gonna jump right into it. The Vegas shit, real crazy.
Yeah.
Mr. James Paddock, you got a picture of this? What? You got a picture of this nut job?
Yeah.
I don't show pictures of that.
Well, Mr. James Paddock allegedly went into the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas this past weekend and shot up a whole damn concert with like 22,000 partygoers, killed like 59 and injured like well over 500. Some real sad shit, and all they can talk about is bump stocks.
That's it.
That's all they talking about, bump stocks. Get rid of a bump stock and we won't have as many mass shootings. Mind you, the motherfucker looked like he's playing Call of Duty with all the goddamn weapons he had.
Yeah.
Like, and my question is, how the fuck do you, excuse my language, but how the fuck do you walk into a hotel, the
Loaded
Mandalay
like-
Bay, loaded like that,
Yeah.
and nobody take notice? I mean, like,
But I mean, just think about it. It's not even how do you walk in there. My thing is, what made you do that? Like, what made you say, this weekend, I am this angry, that I'm just going to go and just
shoot up Vegas.
shoot up Vegas.
Sin City, though. All the other sins you could have committed in Sin City.
Yeah, it's just, but
you
it's,
commit
and
murder.
then
I mean, it's a question of access. I think.
yeah.
I think if you have a person who's of a different demographic than Mr. Paddock was, it might be a different result because apparently he bought all his weapons within the last 8 months. He bought like 50 some odd guns. So I mean, imagine if somebody African American went into a gun store and bought 8 guns from the same. I mean, bought that many weapons over that short amount of time.
ATF have been at our house,
Yeah.
our
You know what I'm saying?
doorstep immediately.
So I think-
immediately.
I think-
we had ATF, and we had to go and make sure that all weapons are accounted for. They gonna count every bullet.
Yes. Yes. You're not about to go up in there and just get him and be good.
No. Let me get that Draco right there.
Right.
That one right there.
And
The
then
camouflage.
your name gonna come straight up
Right.
in your face, everything.
Y'all sell
but
bump
it's-
stocks in here?
Yeah.
Can I get one?
Right. Grenade. I mean,
What about some
And
armor?
like-
What about them armor piercers? Y'all got a few
Right.
of those.
Damn.
I mean, it's a lot of questions to ask, and then another thing is I mean, just I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sam. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. I
Come on, Sam.
was just
What's
gonna
up?
say no. I was just gonna say like he has been planning it. Like you're like, how does somebody just wake up and like somebody like 6 months ago this guy in Texas said that he sold him and he was asking him, what can I buy to make this to shoot more? Like how can I like make the trigger? And, like there's all these trails.
It's-
Like,
That's just crazy.
Not a
And then he
question.
sent the 100,000 to the Philippines or something.
Oh yeah, he was
He was
lacing
planning
his
to
boo.
leave.
Yeah, he was lacing his boo up. You know what I'm saying? He sent her a couple $100,000. But they say he was loaded though. Like
Yeah, I heard
they
that.
said the dude was filthy rich, like multi-millionaires. So, yeah, what the fuck is you mad about?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, why you that
you
mad?
would imagine you had better things like
To do.
if you had that much money. You would imagine there's like more things.
But
Buy
why
a dra-
are you that mad that you just did all of that? Like, but I really honestly, and this is speculation, but I honestly believe that he was not by himself. You couldn't do that.
hold up.
You
Conspiracy
couldn't do
theories.
that.
Hold up.
You can't do that.
But you know what though? All right, let me ask y'all this question because this ties into
I don't think it's possible.
This ties into what she just said. To the extent and the extreme of this certain whole situation, it still hasn't been called a terrorist attack.
No,
Well,
and that's crazy.
In some publications have labeled him as a terrorist. Some haven't.
Some,
The majority
but
have not.
the major media outlets hasn't condemned this as a terrorist attack.
They haven't.
And why is that? He's a lone wolf. I think that, and I think that what they said, that he's a lone wolf, simply off the fact that if you say it was two or more shooters, then that makes it a terrorist cell, and under a terrorist cell, then it's a terrorist attack. And with the climate in the way I see it, and this is just my humblest opinion, it's easy to say someone of a different origin is that of such, because now I can stereotype what type of suspect I need to encounter. You understand what I'm saying? So somebody of Arab descent, it's easy for me to say, yeah, this guy's a terrorist. So anybody that looks like this guy, watch out for. But when you start saying middle-aged to older, upper-age white men,
The Republican Party.
Republicans, you know what I'm saying, good old boys, members of the NRA that has a gripe with the government and form these militias and terrorist groups. Now we have a problem that we can't put a finger on ourselves.
Because everyone's paying for it.
When you say,
I feel like these governors are being paid off to, let things slide under the table with these different gun laws. I feel like it's easy for, depending on where you live, like you can go right over a line and go buy guns and bring them back to where you live straight up. I think that everyone's paying. I think that regular civilians like us, we pay the most because we are the ones that's being really affected by it. Those kind of people with that type of magnitude, making that much money, they can afford to do things that we can't afford to do. So he can go within 8 months and buy, a lot of guns and bullets, and no one's going to question him because his money spoke for him.
right, true, Bill.
But our lives
Yeah,
are the
yeah.
ones that's speaking
True,
for us.
yeah.
We're the ones going to concerts, trying to have a good time, and get shot up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's definitely a question. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
access is always an issue when you deal with people who are of a different demographic. I also think that our media is very sensationalized. Getting back
Mm-hmm.
to what you were saying about the terrorism, the media is sensationalized. So they have certain keys that they hone in on to make it easier for the public to understand. So they label certain people and the way a certain person looks. They have these labels that they put out there. When it's something unexplainable, like a successful middle-aged white man who goes into and just loses his shit, like, it's hard to explain. So, like, I don't know if they're so fast to label something that they can't explain until somebody comes out and just says it, terrorist,
But-
then we could say, here, he's a terrorist.
Yeah, but I feel like they were quick to be like, well, what's his story? Okay, so he was like this older white man, and these are his hobbies, and these are the things, and you see them calling him by his name, and this is an issue, and
This
they wouldn't care
millionaire.
about this stuff.
Right.
And they're just like, they're really humanizing him, and is that something that they would really be doing if he was
Yeah,
of a different demographic?
Oh, hell no,
like,
yeah.
no,
Let
like,
that
you,
be.
like
When you
they show a
read-
nice picture. Like, what kind of picture? It depends.
Right.
Like, what kind of picture they show. Like, what kind of adjectives they use to describe him.
Because when they started, when I was reading under his picture, his bio, he was 4 things before he was the Las Vegas shooter. He was a millionaire. He was such and such. He was that, and I'm like, why don't you just put up the Las Vegas terrorist, such and such and such,
Mass murderer.
mass murderer.
Because it's
mass
unbelievable.
murderer.
And then I'm like, this is the largest in U.S. history. Why don't you have a problem with identifying with what he really is?
Because it's easier for people to understand that somebody of Arab descent is a terrorist than it is for people to
Exactamundo.
understand
Exactamundo.
that a white man lost his shit.
I agree 100%.
That's my
I
point.
agree.
That's
I
my
agree.
point.
Exactly.
It's easier to understand that.
They're trying to explain it, and they're trying to explain it through labeling him and making him and humanizing him, like Sam said. But anybody else, it would be easy to vilify because they don't need an explanation because he's from this part of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
easy.
that's a good point. They don't have to they don't have to say as much. They just show like this guy, like this
Right.
Arab descent, like this guy, like shooter, and then like people don't really want to know the rest of the story, but people are like, oh, this white guy, like how did this happen? Like,
Right.
no,
Like,
this
what was
happens
going
all the
on?
time.
What went
It's
wrong?
not that rare.
You know what they said immediately though? I just don't understand my name.
Same.
Hood rat at her best. Hood rat
Yes,
just in her
sorry.
bangs,
I
and why
think
she's
that's
making
my
a
thing.
point. But that's why I love
Yeah,
Mr.
that's
Flash.
So I think that this too also it's a little strange because I'm like, everything we just went through, my bangs is really a whole show. Okay. I can't take it. I don't understand.
Would you?
Okay, there it goes. Okay, there
Wait.
it goes. Okay, all right, whatever. Okay, so it's just
that one little
Comb.
piece of hair.
That's the hood.
Oh.
Let's give it up for the hood rat and bangs, y'all. The just in her
talk
bangs.
my bang was such a show, y'all. I couldn't even talk with
Give
the
it up
bang.
for the hood
The
rat.
bang wasn't right. I'm sorry, y'all. The bang wasn't right. But anyway, I'm like, but we just went through so much, and all this stuff that just happened in Houston. That went down the drain. Puerto Rico. We're not even thinking about what we were just focused on. It's like thing after thing after thing after thing after thing. And I know all of America is frustrated.
I'm glad
You know, everyone's frustrated though. Not, no passes or nothing like that. But I'm just saying, people are going through things. And just because you have a lot of money, that does not mean you have a lot of brain. He definitely had some type of illness. Something was wrong with this guy to even sit there to consider something as mass as this, to buy this
That
many
was
guns.
destructive,
Yeah,
like-
mass destructive. He was something with. I'm as speechless as his brother was. Did you see his brother's interview? They did his brother's interview outside of his home, and only thing he could say was he was a guy. He called my mom. That's the way he was talking. And I'm like, I think that America, we are still in shock. It's just so much going on.
I honestly, for some reason, don't even want to believe that poor guy did that such heinous crime. I really think that was more than just one shooter. And I don't believe his old ass was capable.
No, he was
of
too
pulling
tired
up.
for an hour.
Yeah, this man.
He was up there like this.
I
He
mean,
was-
yeah, I
Like, come on,
I
dude.
just don't
Took him like 10 minutes.
like he looked like he
The
had
whole thing was like,
Wow.
He looked like he had wilted
Automatic.
already.
He probably like.
he probably like he had just the saggiest balls in the world.
Oh,
like,
and
just
not the
old
saggiest
decrepit ass.
balls
Yeah,
in
like
the world.
like
Besides his balls, it is
Not
hard
the
to believe,
saggiest
though.
balls.
that,
in the
that
world.
shit look like
Going there.
some
We're going
Green
there.
Beret type shit, some G.I.
Like-
Joe. Like I just can't believe him hauling this big treasure chest
Right.
of 200-pound guns all the way up to the damn 35th floor.
He probably had a bellhop.
Nobody,
That's true.
ain't nobody asked, where was the bellhop? Ain't nobody
probably
say,
had a
damn, this
bell-
shit heavy. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you out of here.
Shit,
know?
if you get
Right.
$100
Nobody
tip, you ain't gonna say
like,
nothing
come on,
either.
man.
You get $100 tip, you ain't gonna say shit neither.
Like, man.
Not with that many
man,
guns.
that's a
you
whole
know
lot of
somebody
guns
come to
there,
do something like that. I'm not even about to let you walk up in here like that. Not for no not for no amount of money. Did I know you coming in there to do something like that?
Right.
You couldn't tip me $100 and
He
say
could-
I'm
could've brought
walking
him
in
in
here
one
about
at
to
a time,
shoot up
too.
a
Or a
whole
little bit at
damn
a time.
city. You
Uh-huh.
know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I'm not. Whole concert. Like who does that?
With all the cootie cat out there too, like it's literally like Sin City. You can buy cootie cat all like that's the cootie cat capital. Like the fuck is wrong with you where you gotta go shoot up the cootie cat capital?
But
Like
Slim-
you Hefner
He
just
wanted
died.
to
But
spend
They
his
got a
money
special
instead.
on cootie cat
On
in
weapons.
Vegas.
Slim,
Like fuck out of
he
here,
sent
man.
his cootie cat international though. He knew it was about to go down. He was like, baby, I don't need you distracting me
Yeah.
with all that cootie cat you got. So I'm gonna need you
Yes.
to get the fuck, and I'm gonna go here and shoot some shit up.
Like you ain't cootie
And he
cat.
should be ashamed of himself.
Listen, Hugh Hefner just died. Rest
Up-
in peace to Hugh.
Yes,
and I know
by
it's a
Hugh.
special on Cootie Cat out in Vegas.
Yes.
You could have been buying
They going
Cootie
back
Cat,
to
man.
99 cents.
Like for real though. What the
They
fuck
selling
made
it
you?
for 99 cents. I
Instead
don't
of
want it.
99
I don't want it.
Like
These
they give
bitches is
out.
$30 nowadays.
They passing out flyers. You know how many hookers you walk past with all these pistols? And you could have been in there with
Did you say they passing out flyers?
They do, up
they
and down the
pass
strip.
out
man.
flyers.
Up and down the strip.
It's the realest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Listen.
And they had like some dumbass like crackhead or something passing out the flyer. You don't even see the bride till
No.
you get
Right.
the phone call.
Then you
Las
gotta pick a
Vegas.
number. Don't worry about it. They
Las
so-
Vegas is the sell pussy capital. You want to sell pussy? Go.
Somebody
to Las
said
Vegas.
Hafner died for the pussy.
and so did
What
James
was he
Paddock.
doing
That
when he
shit-
died? What was when he
Like,
died? Was he like?
Somebody probably was in that bed
That's what
somewhere
I said.
around
Like,
there.
was he?
He
like,
probably
having
had
sex when he
everybody
died?
around
Did he have
him.
a die with a boner too?
Hey,
Like,
he probably went
That's-
straight on out, right on the bottom.
That's real nasty to think about. Hugh Hefner over there. The crap. Like the fuck was he still busting? Was he busting dust everywhere? Every time, yeah.
Busting angel dust and shit.
Right.
Like by half.
His-
Oh yeah.
oh my
He
god!
He had an out of body experience,
This nigga
and he
sperm-
never came back in.
His
Finally
sperm look
reached
like
his
Johnson
limit.
and Johnson, man. Like fuck out of here, man. But
Not Johnson and Johnson.
back to Mr. Paddock, James Paddock.
Yes.
You are the Bama
Of the year.
week. Yeah,
Year.
yes you
Century.
are. Yes you are. And like I said, it seems like my man Trump wants to avoid these hot buttons.
Trump vicious.
He wants to avoid the hot button issues because the
He-
NRA is his major
Money
contributor.
maker.
But you know what? I got
Yeah.
an idea though. I got an idea. This
What's
what
your
I think.
idea?
I think if we really want to see some radical change, right?
Yes.
I think all poor and underprivileged black people need to go vote, change our voting status, and go to and become Republicans.
Man, I'm already a
Listen,
Republican.
I think we all for real. I think we need to
Oh,
show up.
shit.
Hold on. I think we need to show up
Uh-huh.
at all the town hall meetings and turn them motherfuckers out. Like, look, I voted for you, you son of a
Show
bitch.
up.
I need answers.
That's exactly why I be
Then
Oh my
I
God,
think
y'all.
all us should join the NRA. Like real shit. I
Yeah.
think we need to listen.
They
If-
start doing some shit then.
Right. Oh,
Nobody
shit will
be able to
change.
get nothing.
Shit will change.
Nothing.
Shit will
bullshit.
change.
Like
You have to go through
Shit.
metal detectors to get up in the hold on, wait a minute,
Shit
you peg y'all
will
down.
change.
Michelle
Listen.
Obama said it this week. The whole Republic, she called the Republican Party gray and white. You know, because they're all old and they're all white men. But as soon as the election happened, I went down to the DMV and I changed my affiliation. I was an independent and I changed it to Republican just so I could be in the room, just so I can be invited and see what the conversation's like when you do have a black person in the room.
Yes.
Let's see what the conversation's like because it's gonna change the narrative of the whole
Gonna
party
change
if
the
you
whole-
have more.
it's
That's
gonna
what's
change.
up.
Because you know what? It's crazy because this the thing. Our gun control, and shout out to my girl Ruth. She was just saying that her brother was just killed by a 15-year-old.
Oh,
and see, this the thing. Like our gun control and their gun control is two different things. You understand what I'm saying? Like you know, they need to control the flow of not the flow of guns, but they need to control trigger locks and bump stocks and shit like that.
And, like, what's
Whereas
allowed?
we need to control just the illegal flow of guns through our communities,
Neighborhoods.
period. Like just last week, I lost a young man. Shout out to my man Taquan. He lost his life.
Wow.
Like, it's just so much senseless gunfire, and we're not allowed. We can't walk into a gun store and buy 2-3 guns at one time. We're
Right.
not allowed to, but yet and still our communities are still flooded with tons of guns.
But you have to think about this. You know, we have to think of all of America. We are in the city part. A lot of these people, not saying everybody is buying them for, destruction, but some people are, they have land. They live in, areas where they can and need to or might, buy these type of guns. A lot of people are just fascinated. You might have so many acres that you have a shooting range out on your yard, on your land, that you just go out and just have fun.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
So, it's not just,
But
we are definitely, no, but I'm saying
100 shots.
But Ed, I'm just saying, we are being affected by it in a worse way. But these people that want these laws to keep going, it's not just because they want to kill us. These people really do feel safe when they are from places and they are able to walk around with guns and stuff.
What?
We're not able to walk around like that, but in some places, like, not
And that's
too
why I
far.
think we should. That's why I think we
Midwest.
should
Yeah,
all. I
you
think
know.
we all should
Mostly
sign up
Midwest.
for the NRA. So and we want guns too. We
Yeah.
want to be able to walk into gun stores and buy guns to protect our families too.
I mean, we have the ability to buy guns. It just comes with a lot more scrutiny. Like, depending on what state you live in, like you can buy guns as a citizen of certain states. Like, of course, in DC, they legalized us to have guns, but they didn't really legalize it because there's only one dealer that you can go through, and he's inundated with a lot of paperwork and everything. But depending on what state you live in, we can buy guns. It's just the scrutiny. Like I said earlier, if you go into a gun store and you buying multiple guns at one time, they're gonna automatically assume either you selling them joints, or you planning something, or you planning a bank robbery or something. So you gonna have somebody at your house looking into what you're doing. As far as people, it's a real hot button issue, because do you tell people like you can have this gun but you can't have this gun? You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I don't know, if you live on a farm and you got to protect yourself from animals and your family and all that, like, do you really need a fully automatic machine gun to chop a cow in half?
No, you
And I
don't.
think-
You don't.
Goddamn,
But
1,000
the
rounds
thing
and
is about-
shit that blow through brick and shit. No, man, fuck her. Come on,
Right.
man. That's a weapon of mass destruction, man. Stop it, man.
But like all these mass shootings that are happening, like these people, like they bought guns not off the street. Like this guy.
Yeah.
What was the other one that happened in Rhode Island?
With the school shooting?
Yeah, that just happened like
yeah.
2 years ago.
Ago.
Yeah, he stole the guns from
That
his
guy
mom.
had access to his
mother's
mother's
guns.
guns,
Yeah.
and so like that, I guess to me, like that is why gun control should be
Yeah,
better.
it
Like
should be in place,
these
right.
mass shootings that are happening, it's not like people are like, oh well, it doesn't matter. Gun control doesn't matter because there's so many illegal weapons all over the street, so it won't even change anything. But
Right.
it will.
It will.
I mean, maybe.
It will.
Will to a
But-
certain extent. I mean, obviously,
But you
at
have
some
to,
point.
that's another issue that you have, is like, like you have police armed with military weapons. You have the military armed. The reason why we have the Second Amendment in the Constitution, that some people interpret, is so that we as the people can defend ourselves against a tyrannical government. So if the government chooses to flip the script and be like, oh, stupid and shit, and we ain't got no weapons, we can't defend ourselves. So it's both sides to it. And then me personally, like, police make me nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like, if they got them, I feel like it should be our duty to have them as well. You know what I'm saying? To defend ourselves, just in case some fuck shit
Something
happens.
goes crazy.
Right.
Well, according
And I
to
just-
from what that, go ahead, my bad.
That amendment in the Bill of Rights was written when like guns only had like one round at a time.
True.
So it's like
Right.
And there
right.
was a lot of corruption. Like things were different.
So think
Well,
about like you're
out.
shooting one round at a time. You have to reload the whole thing and start over compared to a
Well,
fully automatic weapon.
bayonet and shit.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
with like
stuff the bullet
with a
and
whole drum underneath it. And like kids unfortunately have access to that now because they're out there.
But what if it came a time where it was really the people against the government, and they have fully automatic weapons, and they got cannons, and they got, everything that we can't even imagine, and we're sitting out here fighting with pistols.
All right, so let
Like,
me ask you this then: do y'all think that this Las Vegas incident was that people bucking back at the government?
No.
You don't think so?
I feel like those were innocent people, innocent lives that were lost.
No,
from-
I know. I get the people that were sacrificed wasn't in cahoots, but do you think that this is the beginning of like
An
coup?
uprising.
Yeah, uprising. Right.
I don't think so.
I think this guy's
No, I don't. I don't
so.
think so. I think that it was. It was meant to be. I don't think that no one thought about getting back at the government or anything like that. I think that this was something that this person wanted to do and for their own reasons, not that deep.
The only reason I asked because if you remember the shooting at the baseball field, 2-3 months ago, they said the man clearly asked, man, who down there, the Republicans? Oh yeah,
Right.
Oh yeah, all right, I'll be right
Okay.
back. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I said with the climate, the political climate is heated as it is in today's society. Like, and with that last,
Okay,
yeah,
I
that's
see
what I'm
what you're
kind of
saying. Okay, I see
So
where
I'm
you're
kind
coming
of
from.
questioning, like, you
Like,
know,
was
what's the
it
motive?
that this person did this to make some noise?
Right, exactly.
You know,
exactly.
is it? Let me do this to say something, and unfortunately, he sacrificed his own life as well because he couldn't have never thought that they was gonna come and say, "Put your hands up" after you didn't pull some
Oh,
shit
no,
like
hell
that.
no, hell
They was
no.
gonna bust your whole ass, which they did.
Ain't no put no weapons
ain't
down.
no put no. I'm coming through. It's it's an invasion.
Well, throughout history,
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely-
Shout out to Big G.
Right.
It's definitely an invasion.
Yeah.
Okay, coming through.
Throughout history, like anytime somebody did something cockamamie and crazy like that,
Mm-hmm.
they always had a manifesto or they had some written form of literature that explained why they did what they did. This dude
Mm-hmm.
didn't. The conspiracy theorists out there talking about Manchurian candidate and all this other stuff. Like, I don't even know if I buy that. But
Hold on, but
I
do
just
you
think he's a
think-
nutbag.
Do you think that the girlfriend knew about something? She had to have known. I think she was just afraid. I mean, a dude with me with that many guns, I'm scared.
But how you even tell your girl some shit like that, though? Like,
I mean, but
you know what
people
I'm
are
saying?
really close.
She probably had some kind of suspicion. She was
After,
probably
like after a good night of pumping, yeah, baby. I'm gonna shoot these motherfuckers up tomorrow.
Right.
But I
Fuck
bet
them.
it crossed her
Oh.
mind, like, I don't know. My guess, like, my thought is that this guy, like, had some kind of fixation with this, like, maybe fantasy of doing this. I'm just thinking, like, in terms of mental health, like, I really feel like I want to ask, like, what part do you think the culture of violence, like, think about the culture of violence that we have in this country right now, like, all these action movies, all this, like, one after another, all these, like, just like violent music, violent movies, like all these action.
Everything is so
And I just,
negative.
like when I studied abroad in Costa Rica, and most of the cops don't carry guns. And when there are cops, because there's like 3 different types of cops. There's like traffic cops, and then
Security.
there's like
Right,
there's like different
security.
types, and there's only a few
Right.
that have guns. And like whenever there's a cop that has a gun, people get really uncomfortable. They're like, oh, like it's like a huge deal. And we talked about it in one of my classes, and they were like, yeah, like guns are super normal in America. That's crazy. That freaks us out.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think about that, and like, how does this culture of violence make people feel more inclined, like feel like, oh, this is normal? Oh, and like video games.
I think that America wants us to always be hostile, because if it's not a level of hostility, it will be. If everyone was happy,
It wouldn't be no need for the police department.
it wouldn't be no need for a lot of the things that we have. Like we wouldn't have to buy guns to kill people and stuff, because everybody's chilling. That's why everyone don't have money, because if everyone had money, it would be no reason to treat us and do us the way that because we're all living in royalty at that point.
Our strength as a first world country is derived
Yes.
directly from our military. You know what I'm saying? Like we in America,
United States.
we see guns as power. So
Yeah.
like diplomacy, all that shit is secondhand when it comes to weaponry. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't talk to you unless you have the right weaponry. Like, you know, the only reason we ain't came down on Russia is because they got something just like we got. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So like, it's just one of those things where like power is in this country we perceive power as being firepower.
Okay.
So until
Hey man, shout out to my man Vladimir
you.
Putin, man. This
Thank
man.
you. Oh yeah, he's definitely
real
Putin.
nigga there, man. This man, you
Putin.
talk about weaponry, man.
Yes.
Vladimir Putin has great weaponry. Like you see the war games,
Yes.
these motherfuckers have. They like
He
snap,
just
they
with
just-
it. He's
look.
he's ratchet.
Shout out to Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, he's ratchet.
I love Vladimir.
He's ratchet.
I really love
Talk
Vladimir.
like that for the rest of the show.
Like good,
do it.
Vladimir
Order my
Putin.
goodness.
Like,
Order my goats.
oh my goodness. Yes, yes, Mother Russia.
I know how to bust this shit up.
Yes, Mother Russia.
Tear shit up.
Yes, we blow up
You
things.
don't want none of these type of words.
What is Norway? Norway. Fuck Norway. We blow up. We blow up in Norway. Fuck a Norway. I ain't Vladimir Putin. Even Steven Seagal went over there and jumped on Putin. Said, how dare the United States accuse Vladimir Putin? Like, hold up.
Damn.
Yeah, hold
Thought,
up, Steve.
thought
Hold
you
up.
was all right.
Hold up, Steve. These cheesy ass movies you doing now.
Right,
all
you
of a
doing
sudden.
little shit.
Now you ball biting. Now you
Yeah,
ball
now you
biting
ball
Vladimir.
biting.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Steve.
seeing Toys R Us for $9.99, little action figure.
All right, we be right back in about 2 minutes. We're gonna take a quick break. Let our batteries charge up. We be right back. Heart of the city. We are back to Heart of the City Radio. I am Vladimir Putin.
Oh no, you not.
I am. I want to be.
So tell us all the secrets. Now that we have you
Yeah, man.
on our
Yes, I do.
Y'all show.
Listen. To I hack DNC just like they say it.
we have him. We can ask him all the questions.
All the questions, and he's going to lie about everything like he's been doing.
We back to Heart of the City
Oh.
Radio.
What did you find in Hillary's email?
Listen here.
Right.
Which
He
recipe?
probably saying,
Her ass.
he probably saying some old freak shit in Hillary.
Pull your
What's
drum.
her favorite
Hey,
recipe? What
they
was she
probably-
Your
cooking?
bangs.
Could you
What was that
imagine
recipe?
hacking Hillary?
Her
Bunch
bangs.
of news.
Could you
Oh,
imagine?
I
Look,
would
could
be
you imagine him
devastated.
hacking her emails and finding that sex tape with her
Oh, I
and
would have threw
Bill?
up.
Her Bill and Monica. You like?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Some
You
nasty
Line
shit.
now. Okay.
We back, y'all. We back. Heart of the City Radio. I am Mr. Nobody. Miss Sam on my
Hello,
left.
hello.
Mr. Trashy Vashy.
Hey, you
And
guys.
King David on my right.
What's cracking?
In other news, we was talking about Trump wild crazy ass. He
Oh,
visits
man.
Puerto Rico for the first time.
You get a paper towel.
Right, pitching paper towels like
Yes.
he's shooting free throws and
Like he-
shit. Way to
Yeah.
go! Can we get a glimpse of that? Can we get a clip of that right quick?
You get some paper
Here's
that.
towels.
Look
Oh my
at
God.
this.
You get some paper towels.
right,
Look
Yeah.
at this shit.
I just
right.
can't.
But he
Look
got
at his head though.
he got
He's,
good.
yeah,
That's
he's
so much
trying
fun.
to.
He got good form on his J
Yo,
though.
you got the gooseneck.
Like who
on.
voted for this motherfucker?
Look at that
bro?
gooseneck.
Everybody. Everybody.
Yeah, leave it out there like
Yeah,
Sinatra.
he's trying to look
Yeah,
for him.
free
He's trying to
throws.
look cool.
It's too-
Like,
Look at him.
he's just
Ah.
a celebrity.
It's too
Hey,
bad.
know how to
hey,
You gotta
watch
tuck
that.
his elbow,
Hey, right.
Oh, now
3-pointer.
it's
Yeah, it's-
It's
yeah.
too bad he
slow
don't like
motion.
Golden State, man, because
Yeah.
he could definitely play for
Fuck
him.
Steph Curry. I can shoot threes too, bitch.
But how he throwing?
Look at-
How's
look at-
he throwing this?
Look off the fingertips though. Look
I know.
at it. Watch out. Look. He got the perfect arch. Like
Is
yeah.
that his only
Watch
donation?
this. Watch
That's
this though.
just it.
Watch this. He got
Here you go.
No,
He got the range of a
He
jump
like, do
shooter.
you
Watch
want
this.
one? Oh, he going.
Look,
Oh,
watch
yeah,
it.
he
Off the
loaded it up,
fingertips.
loaded up the
Wow.
Oh, and
Oh,
she
they
went
dropped-
for it though and didn't catch it.
Shout out to
What
Donald
an
Trump for
asshole,
being the
yo.
biggest head. Yeah, hey,
He's
listen.
a jackass.
Oh, straight up.
Yeah.
Asshole, man. Like,
what's
who
wrong
is
with
this
that
man?
I have
Y'all,
not
and y'all
yet.
niggas voted for
This is
him?
my first
Niggas
time
voted for
seeing
him.
that video, and I'm just.
Hey, listen.
He been
by
carrying
that.
shit with Puerto Rico like shit. He
Yeah.
has been carrying it.
Hey, listen.
Oh yeah, he's disrespectful.
But he really went hard and disrespectful when he told them, the people of Puerto Rico, like
Fucking
you
our
know,
budget up.
This shit,
Yeah, he was like,
this shit
y'all
wasn't
put our
even a
budget
real,
out of whack, you guys.
Yeah, this
Like,
wasn't even a real hurricane. Like the people
Right.
of Hurricane Katrina.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that was
he
a
that was
told
a
me
real-
how many
lot,
people-
lot
how
of
many
niggas
people
died in
16.
that.
Oh, we had thousands. I said,
Yeah,
oh.
a lot of niggas died in that one. Yeah, this shit.
Are you alive? Is your family okay?
I'm like, did he really just compare this to that? I mean, it's both messed up.
It's crazy. The mayor,
know-
the mayor out that joint been going hard though. The mayor with the
Yeah.
bad highlights, she
Not
been
the bad
she been fucking his shit
highlights,
up.
though.
You know what I'm talking about?
She said,
No, she
Señora
can come
Trump,
get baptized.
necesito ayuda, right, por favor, señor. Necesito
I said,
ayuda,
Lady
por favor,
Paco,
señora.
They down there eat pupusas and shit. They messing
Right.
up the pupusa lines.
Like he come down there talking about how much money they owe.
Yes, y'all owe us
Yeah.
50 million for the shit
Yeah,
that we
y'all know
doing
y'all.
over here.
Yeah, we still got the bill, man.
And-
But
And
he
y'all-
went, but it was just like Donald Trump. He just doesn't know.
But
You
someone need to
have
get this
come to a
motherfucker
point to
geography
say
lesson.
That he just really does. He's never been regular. He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, and that's the way he's carrying shit.
Born with a silver
How
spoon
can
up
you
his
expect
ass.
somebody who has never starved
It's,
to feel any type of way about anything that's financial? It's like, oh, y'all messing up the budget. Hurry up and get these people some salt and some damn paper towels, and let's go. He
That's- that
wants
shit
them to
don't-
help build borders. He
Yeah,
over
go
there
ahead,
about
go ahead,
to
get a
bring
broom,
boats
get a
over here.
broom and a dustpan, and yeah.
He's
don't
over
matter.
there about to do some shit, and that's why I'm like, if I were them,
his dumbass would probably try to build a wall around Puerto Rico and
that's
shit.
what I'm saying.
He's
If I
stupid.
was them, I would be suspicious of him coming over to help, because I'd be like, I don't trust him. You know, he might be bringing him back over here to do, to help out, work for free and some shit.
Damn.
And
Yeah,
scoping
that's
out
true.
new
He
place
just
for
has
all
to-
the
Yeah,
hoes.
like you have to be
He's
very
never
careful.
had to experience it.
Shout
He
out
don't-
Carnival
he doesn't
Cruise
know.
Lines though. Shout
Not-
out Carnival
yeah.
Cruise Lines for transporting people to and from Puerto Rico and making sure they get supplies and
Oh, that
using their
was
ships
good.
to do that, man.
Yes.
Shout out Carnival, man.
Oh, good Carnival.
But
That was good.
fuck Donald Trump.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Trump
and
is
I
just
still,
it.
I still love Trump because he's
Yeah, because he's so ignorant though.
He is
Like
the
he just so
epitome
he's just
of
ignorant.
He just
asshole.
only knows how to be a celebrity. I feel like
Yeah.
every time he responds, he's just really like, what
Like,
feedback
okay.
can I
Because-
get from the public?
You
Like,
know
I know.
why I like
That's
Trump? You know
literally
why I
all.
love Trump? You know why I love
No,
Trump?
I have no
I'm gonna
idea.
tell you why I love Trump.
Please
Everybody
tell me.
close your eyes. I
Tell
want everybody to do
somebody.
an
It's not gonna make no
exercise.
sense.
No, it's not. It's not.
know.
No, it's not.
Okay.
But I want
Ready.
everybody to do an exercise, right?
Okay.
And I'm gonna call out some characteristics, right? So you got two men, right? You gotta choose which one is black.
So we
which one
close
is
our
white.
eyes now.
I mean, you ain't got to literally close your eyes,
okay.
but just imagine.
Okay,
You got a guy that got 3 baby mamas, cusses profusely,
Okay.
don't know shit,
Wow.
didn't graduate from high school,
Oh damn.
dodged the draft, and then you got this other guy over here that been married for 25 years, take care of his kids. Only one child's mother that he didn't have his kids out of wedlock.
Married to her.
Graduated from Harvard and Columbia. Now you pick which one is black and which one is white.
That's
Right.
so fucked
That's
up.
some confusing shit
Yeah,
right there.
right.
It should
Right.
be though, man. That's fucked up,
Yeah.
man.
That's some. I bet you 9 out of 10 people will get that question wrong.
Wrong.
Like, no, the black guy gotta have about 3 baby mamas.
And I know he didn't graduate.
I know that.
know
nigga,
he did not graduate.
I know that nigga ain't graduated.
And I know
Right.
he didn't graduate from 2 colleges
Right.
when he did.
Right.
So fucked
No,
up.
that's a lie.
It's
25
Trump
years
University.
they married.
It's
Oh,
Trump University.
Yeah.
Here's a degree. Just
Trump
handing them out.
University.
He's a reality star.
You're not gonna tell me that this black man outdid this white man
No.
in this test
No.
right here.
No.
I don't believe it. No, we don't. Believe
No.
it just don't happen like that.
I just think that, I'm not gonna lie. Every time I see him do some ignorant shit, I be trying to figure out, like, why is everyone so mad? Like, this nigga, y'all expect the ignorant shit. You just gotta look at him and be like, oh Lord, here we go. You can't get angry, because if you continue to get angry, you're gonna always be angry at him.
Well, I'll tell you why I don't get mad at.
You
at-
don't get- you
I'm gonna tell you
can't.
why I don't get mad, and I'm gonna tell you black people why you shouldn't get mad, and most white people, I'm gonna tell you why you shouldn't get mad.
Mm-hmm.
Because Trump is the white trash champion.
Yeah.
He
He's
is.
white trash champion. So if you don't consider yourself white trash, then hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But how is he really white trash? Like, he
Because
has
that's
money.
who-
Like,
that's who
has all his
but
money.
that's who championed for him.
But
was
he-
white trash.
Oh,
But his
I see.
attitude is trash.
I think he's putting on a show though. I think
He
like
is white and he is trash. That is
Yeah.
all. That's the
Yeah.
only reasons that he is really white
Yeah.
trash. But
Right, and white trash, put it like you said, Trump wasn't one of those guys that just like, just like people say, born with a silver spoon. Father was a mobster.
Right.
Like, fuck out of here. He was part of that whole Teamsters Connect. So,
And he was thorough.
They was known for extorting money.
Right.
He extorted a lot of money. He gave his son some money to get his shit off the ground.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? That's a great American classic white trash story.
Well,
So
it's
you
just
know what I'm saying?
it's a great American story. I mean, the Kennedys was the same way though.
Yeah, it's so retarded.
But-
I'm
hate
interested
a
in this
great
book that you're
American white
writing.
trash story.
It is. I mean, for
That's
real.
the great American
White
white
trash
story.
I like that.
Right,
I like that. It's
listen.
so retarded.
I want to read it.
Yes, I want to read the story.
White trash America, not white America.
Right,
white
trash,
trash
right.
America.
Hey, just let me go with you when you do your research.
They look at Trump like this is our savior.
Yeah.
He's the new Jesus Christ.
This is our
Yeah.
guy.
So
This is our guy.
right.
Yes.
Whatever he did to get his fortunes, I want in.
But
That's
ain't it crazy though when he
He
do some
screws
really
everyone.
dumb shit and people justify that shit? Have
Yeah.
you seen these people on like Fox News or just had a conversation with somebody and like, oh yeah, Trump, that's what's supposed to happen. The guy is great. The guy is great.
No, but I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this, and I'm just I'm just talking. I feel like Trump, what he's doing, is it's everything, of course, with the stuff that he's doing and how he's acting with that type. He's fucked up with that, totally. But as far as him trying to do business, I think that he's just disrespectful in the things that he's doing. It's just the way he's doing things. But a lot of the stuff that he's doing is necessary. Like, we have to clean our budget up. We have to clean our money up. We have to, try to keep stuff here in the United States and, and feed and fund our own people, hopefully,
But you think
But
he's
no,
not
I'm
coming up
not
with
saying,
those
I'm
ideas?
just saying, like, he's just fucked up the way he's doing it.
He's not coming up with those
But
ideas.
you know what?
It's somebody
I'ma
else.
tell you
He's just
what.
fucked up.
Listen, he is fucked up, and you know what? The whole the natural beauty of Trump being in office. Now you get to see that this is what we call a country is really a corporation.
Yeah, it's just
He's
goes
the
to show.
president.
Well,
yeah,
especially
he's
now,
running,
I mean, all
he's
the
running
people
the
that are in
factory.
He's running the
factory.
He's running the
And
factory.
see, that's what people have to understand. If you put your mindset to where his mindset is, he's running a factory.
He's
that's-
running
You
a
gotta
factory.
get your feelings out of
That's
it. It's,
not
we
how it's
had
supposed
we
to
had
be.
8
It's
years
not-
of
it's not-
babying.
Yeah, but I'm
That's
not
not how
about
it
to
was.
sit and
It's-
just
No, but we
sit back
had
for the
8
next
years.
3
No.
years and
Oh,
just
no,
be
no,
like,
no,
it's
no.
cool,
No,
it's
no,
cool, it's
you
cool.
can't be
No,
Like,
it's
I'm
not.
not gonna take it
So that's
personally.
why-
No.
that's why
I'm
we
not gonna
got
take
Right.
it personally. Like, I'm not gonna personally be upset.
I think
sometimes I am.
well,
but-
And that's why if we don't like the person that's running the factory,
We have to get it out.
We need to call and get a new boss.
But I honestly believe
it's
that
not-
America, we got very comfortable with the way it was being ran for 8 years. We would, everybody was cool.
Obviously, everybody wasn't cool.
I mean, I know that, but I'm just saying most of us, the ones up here, we were good.
Yeah.
The people that we associated ourselves and our lives with, we all was on the same page of that. But now that we are out of our comfort zone, it's like, oh, hell, we got to deal back with this.
Well, I mean,
And it's worse.
I think there's a whole segment of society that's
Mm.
disenfranchised that wasn't being reached, and he took it
Yeah.
upon himself to empower that whole segment of
Yeah,
society.
that's true.
And he galvanized them and
definitely.
gave them a movement. You know what I'm saying?
AKA meth
Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They was coming
No,
out of
you
nowhere,
said it.
though. Like, they are really coming out of nowhere.
users.
Yes. They like all
Tragedy
these
about those opioid
organizations,
users.
all of this shit, they're coming out of
It's a
nowhere.
crisis.
Like, I mean, it's just so much.
AKA hardcore heroin addicts.
Yes.
You think he gave them a voice?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
I don't
Yes.
think they have their
All
own
those old
voice.
white men
They
with
don't
the
have their own
motorcycle
voice.
Yes.
mustaches.
Yeah.
You know the real
Drinking beers.
You know the real racist mustache. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
With the curve at the end.
Yeah.
Cracking the whip
Handlebars.
type mustache.
Handlebars, yo.
Look like
Cracking
Handlebar
he was on Harley
mustache.
Davidson.
No,
He
tell
on
the
some
truth.
other shit.
No, tell the truth. Now tell the truth. When you see white men with the handlebar mustache,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
you don't be like, man, hey, that's a racist. Son.
I'm not sitting beside him in
Let
the
him be wearing a
diner.
biker jacket. Let him be
I'm
wearing a
not
biker
stopping
jacket
at the
too.
diner.
To be honest with you,
Yeah.
I am definitely afraid of pickup trucks.
Oh yeah.
Pickup trucks scare
Facts.
the shit out of me.
They'll hit you and all of that.
Hey,
Throw you in the back.
I'm gonna tell you what else. I'm gonna tell you who else. Look, old white men with handlebar mustaches, they creep me out. And bald head white men. With no
Everybody.
mustaches in black boots, they scare me. like I'm not even.
What
gonna
kind?
lie.
Oh, Dr. Martens.
Like, yeah.
Gotta say Dr.
Hey,
Martens.
look, hey,
You
you
got
got
no
it,
Dr.
cuz.
Martens.
You got it. You got it. You know what I'm saying? All
That's
hell
Dr.
Hitler.
Martin- Dr.
I get
Martens.
it. I get it.
Dr.
Yeah,
Martens.
Yeah, them Dr. Martin wearing ass.
Yes. With
Real
the little
quick.
bang in the front. Okay.
Real quick before we roll out, man. What y'all think about this Cam Newton shit? Just real quick.
Oh man, that shit.
Bullshit or not?
I'm just
Did
so
y'all hear about
tired of
Cam
him.
Newton?
I'm just so tired of
Well,
Cam.
apparently-
Bye, Cam.
Apparently, a young lady asked him a question about route running and you know, with his receivers. And he was so taken back that this young lady asked him a football technology, you know what the fuck I'm trying to say, technical question. And he was just like, wow, that's funny to hear that coming from a female.
Wow.
So now he got this big backlash. But he did answer her question.
I mean, but it is her job though. Like she in the press pit every goddamn Monday.
But he might have kind of been, surprised that she was that technical.
Yeah, I would have been too. I'm
You know
like,
what I'm saying? Like, I
That's
mean,
what they
Out
say.
loud, though.
sometimes.
why-
Did you think that was
Where's your
sexist?
He's,
PR
sur-
training?
he's
Don't-
surprised because she's a woman. I mean,
Yes.
Yeah.
that's sexist. Period. I mean,
You think
that's
it's
just
sexist?
it. Yes.
I think
Yeah, it is
I
sexist.
Tons of
probably
girls.
would.
I mean, there's
It's
tons
sexist.
of girls that know lots about sports.
I mean,
It's
yeah,
sexist, but I mean,
you
I
don't
can
meet too
see-
many girls that can tell you about a skinny
Yeah, and I
post
wouldn't
route.
be that. I
I
don't
haven't
think
met
why
too
is
many.
everyone offended? But like,
I
I wouldn't be
haven't.
that offended though.
I haven't. You
I don't
know,
know that many either,
like,
but they
yeah.
exist.
You know, a chick telling me something. Yeah, man, I like the way he run that skinny post route, man. He look good catching that
You
on
know,
the fly, man.
right. Ooh.
Hey, shit, I'm gonna knock that bitch
Right.
up. Man.
That's gonna be your baby mother.
Yeah, yes,
Damn.
indeed. Yes, indeed. I'm knocking her up, man. And with that said, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in tonight to Heart of the City Radio. I got my man, Mr. King David. Introduce you. Tell them where we can find
Hey,
you at,
thank
man.
y'all, man. Every Thursday, same time this show comes on, you can tune in to RadioPPS.com. I'll be there.
This motherfucker want to compete with us, though.
He just say that.
Ain't no
Fuck.
competition.
Like-
man. Ain't no competition.
Fucking light-skinned bastard. And I also, to my left, I had Miss Miss Lovely Samantha.
Hello, hello. I'll be here watching this show every Thursday. That's where you can find me.
Yay.
Yeah, you can find her right here with us.
Yes, I love Sam.
To my far left, Miss Tarashi Vashi. I got my man, my favorite white guy, Mr. Jacob himself. I got the producer.
Too real.
I got the producer, Marcus. Marcus does a wonderful job, y'all. Give it up for Marcus.
Yes, Marcus. Love Marcus.
We got
you
Miss
guys.
CC in the building, the awesome photographer from Best of the Best. They're coming in. They're late. They're running late. Mr. Bree couldn't be here today, so we gave somebody else his job tonight.
Oh, damn.
But thank you for tuning in. We love you. We'll be back. Black Trump in office.
Nice Sebring. Let's
Nothing but the motherfucker here.
Thank you guys. Thanks everyone for
Listen, first the fat boys break up. Now